Hello everyone! In today's video I'm going to be talking about how to get accepted to Merch by Amazon. Just in case you're new here, thought I'd introduce myself. My name is Katie and on my channel I talk about my own print-on-demand journey so that I can share all the tips and tricks that I'm learning with you to make your print-on-demand journey just a little bit easier. Alright, let's dive right on into the video, shall we? So I haven't really talked about Merch by Amazon all that much on my channel just yet, so comment down below if you'd like to see more content relating to Merch by Amazon. I think it's a really great opportunity. It's very similar to how Redbubble, TeePublic, Zazzle, all those print-on-demand services work. So essentially you upload a design for Merch by Amazon that's going to be primarily t-shirts, and they also have the option now for pop sockets and iPhone cases. So you upload your design onto these products and then they are listed for sale on Amazon's website. And then if someone does buy your product, Amazon will take care of printing the design on the product, shipping it out, and handling any customer service that may arise from that. So in order to be accepted to Merch by Amazon, these days you must apply to be accepted, and then they will review your application and tell you if you were accepted or not. But this is a really great opportunity because similar to Redbubble, Amazon is a massive website that just about everyone has heard of that gets, I believe it's in the billions or at least several million visitors every single month, every single year. They do so much business, and the Merch by Amazon program has recently been extended so that not only can you list your designs and products on Amazon in the English marketplace, so the United States, the UK, but you can also now have your listings in countries like France, Germany, and Japan as well. So that is even more opportunities right there. Alright, so now to the good part. First thing, credit where credit is due. I did get a lot of these tips from a YouTuber named Ryan Hogue. His channel is Ryan Hogue Passive Income Method, I believe. He has a lot of great tips, so check him out if you haven't already. Alright, so the very first tip is once you go to Amazon's I'm just going to call it MBA, Merch by Amazon. Once you go to their MBA application page, which will look something like this, you enter in your personal information, and then in the box where it asks you to tell them a bit about yourself and why you should be allowed into the Merch by Amazon program, there are a few key things that you need to list. Keep in mind that there is a character limit, so you do want to be relatively concise. You don't want to write a whole essay, just a short paragraph or so. Alright, so the first thing that you want to include in this application is you're going to want to tell them any relevant design experience that you have in this industry. So, for example, if you already have a Redbubble shop, then you could say that, oh, well, I'm already doing this on Redbubble. A second thing that you're going to want to include in your application is mentioning that a friend has already explained the terms of service to you, Amazon's terms of service. This assures them that you are aware that it is not okay for you to infringe on any copyright or trademark or things of that nature. Amazon is quite strict on this point, and before your design can even be published, it gets run through a program to make sure that no keywords or design elements are flagged as being copyright infringing or trademark infringing. It's very important, because if you get too many design rejections from copyright or trademark infringement, then your account is at risk of being taken down permanently. And you do not want that because this is such a wonderful opportunity. So after you have mentioned that you are aware of the terms of service, it is also a good idea to mention any experience that you have with design software. So for example, I recently released a video on some of the design software that I use. For example, Procreate, Photoshop, Illustrator, Canva, things of that nature. So you can go ahead and mention that you are in fact familiar with these programs. That helps assure Amazon that you do at least have an inkling of what you're doing and you're not just going to, I don't know, try and steal someone else's designs or put up designs that do not look very good. The next tip is to mention in your application that you have already optimized your existing designs for Merch by Amazon, and that maybe also you have downloaded their MBA templates, their design templates. This will tell Amazon that you are aware that it is very important for a specific design to be optimized at the correct file size for various products. So for example, for t-shirts, that's going to be about 5,500 pixels by 4,500 pixels, whereas for pop sockets, it's going to be much, much smaller than that. So it is important that you relate to them, that you are aware that your designs need to be optimized for the type of product that they are going to be going on. This can be a little bit tricky if you have most of your designs at a higher pixel count for Redbubble or TeePublic products, but this is a relatively easy fix. If, for example, what I would do is I would open a new document or canvas in Procreate, and then I would insert my previous design into that smaller file size, and then I would simply export that as my new design. That is a good workaround, and I am fairly certain you can do the exact same thing with GIMP, Photoshop, and Illustrator as well. And I believe one of the most important things that you can tell Amazon in your application is that you are going to be driving external traffic to Amazon, to your products. So it would be great if you mentioned any social media you have, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, maybe even YouTube, to assure them that you want to be making sales, because when you make sales, you both earn money. Although Amazon certainly takes the bigger cut, but that's okay because you still make a royalty for each sale that you do get to determine, by the way, within reason. Amazon just loves external traffic. It's how they've gotten to be such a big website, such a big industry, I guess. So definitely make sure to include your plan to drive traffic to Amazon with your social media. One additional tip that I have for you is when you do write out this application, you do have to make sure that it fits within the character limit of the application. I believe it was something around like 500 words. But it is very important that your application be polite. You can't demand that they let you in. Demanding things is not a good way to get on someone's good side. Definitely do not accidentally put your application in all caps. That comes across as yelling and not polite. Third, you want to make sure that you do not have any major typos or spelling issues in your application. So make sure that once you have written out your application, you go back and you reread it to make sure that no silly errors are present. Fourth, you really want to make sure that your grammar is correct. I'm going to be assuming that you'll be applying in English, but if you apply mostly in English, but based on your grammar and sentence structure, it doesn't seem like you really understand the language very well. You have a higher risk of your application being rejected, just because if you're going to be creating designs for English-speaking markets, then Amazon doesn't want to just see a bunch of typos and mistakes in that text-based design, because then no one's going to buy it and neither of you will be making any money from the relationship. Therefore, you want to make sure that your application complies with all the things I've just listed, that it's in correct formatting, correct grammar. If you do need help with that, I believe Grammarly is a free service that you can just run your application through really quickly, and it will tell you if it sees any major mistakes that then can be fixed. You could also just get a friend or a buddy to proofread it for you. If you do not have anyone who can do that for you, then I suppose you could also always go to Fiverr or Upwork and pay someone like $5 to proofread it and correct it and edit it for you to make it perfect. And one additional thing to keep in mind is that I have heard that quite a few people apply multiple times, which is totally allowed. So if you are not accepted the very first time that you apply, never fear. Keep applying as long as it takes in order to get accepted to this super awesome opportunity, because then you'll have access to one of the leading commerce websites anywhere. So if at first you don't succeed, try again. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. I'm thinking about making some more Merch by Amazon videos in the future. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see more of. Alright, please don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Alright, I will see you in the next one.